team fight up top. It doesn't matter how good Kraz can play, he might be able to find his kill. He might be able to get the double cap on the board, but at that point you'll have to regroup, otherwise he's going to get pinched off the respawns of the eUnited players. And at that point, you do have to question, maybe dedicate Kraz at that point to the team fight. You know, getting the double cap at the start, we might see it. I'm just going to put it out there. It's not as beneficial as we might see it at first.
Okay, well, we're getting into the game. 0-0 is the scoreline. We're going to be resetting things here. Yes, you've been pretty much demolished in map number 1. Turn it around. Let's jump on board with a couple of these players. But first of all, the overhead map. How's this breaking down, Toby?
Well, as we come around the corner, it's very standard. Yeah. 4 members up top, 1 on apples watching that flank, but show Giraffe some spotlight, as you can see through the smokies and the wonderful X-ray vision. Demo and Icy are going to be more proactive. They're going to try and take right-hand advantage going in first, but it's actually going to be Kraz and Gwish who both get the kills. Kraz has taken out Excels. They've won the flex battle looking for those home hills, but can they finalize the team fight here? It would be a big win for Allegiance. It seems like they are, and maybe a triple cap. We have to keep an eye on that top centered screen. 1 second, and in fact, the very first round, Momo, Allegiance set the tone for this second map.
They set the tone, they set the precedence. They have come to battle this one out, and I love it. You know what? I was focused so much on that B hill. I was like, who's going to win it? Who's going to take B? I didn't even notice that they'd push forward and taken the C hill. But luckily, I have you on hand, the expert that you are. I just want to quickly touch on, we'll know, obviously, it looks like the Boltok pistol is being put down, but before we go into that battle at Mana there, at the top, it wasn't any single player. They were pushing in, they were trading. I think it was Demo who got put down. One of his teammates got put down, but it was the trading. Yeah. It was as a team. That's what we wanted. Allegiance starting strong.
And honestly, I think eUnited maybe have overextended there. That first kill was actually on the side of Allegiance. They just put the shotgun over the wall, found that one shot, and punished them greatly. Kraz got that kill, and of course, maybe I was not giving him enough credit. If you win that 1B and your team wins the team fight, then that is the potential for a triple cap, as we just saw.
Okay, well, I'm sure they won't make the same mistake twice. It's the Battle of B here, and you can see with a beautiful X-ray vision. I love it. I'm a massive fan here of this. You can see every single player coming through, hopping over the wall. That's going to be Yogurt here, making a bit of a surprise. Could he make a double? He's looking to take him down, but he's taking damage himself. He needs help from his teammates. Or does he? He's out of there. Finally goes down. And that's going to be taken away from him. Dispenser finds one. Not much more. B-Hill. It looks like this time it's going to eUnited.
Well, you say that. There was one on the flank on the B-Hill too, and it's going to be a 1v1 for just a second. And we've also seen the other crucial 1v1, Excels and Kraz, both opposite each other in the top barn area, and Excels actually choosing to play passive here.
Okay, well, Excel's taking a step back. Icy's taking a step forward, and he's going to take Gwish out of the equation. It does mean a trade is put down, but B is now under no control. They're going to have to back out of that one. Icy's going down as Giraffe takes advantage, and you know what? He might get a double here with a backup, but there's 2 backing him up as well. This is where we see the teams separate themselves, the good from the great. It is all about trading.
Yep, and Giraffe has to be so careful he doesn't get dropped here. It could mean the difference between this team fight, win or not at B. I mean, neither team has really been able to abuse the map control because there's been constant trades. No one is set up. Very well played from both teams to do that, but Giraffe is going to open things up here, taking out Soto. But look at this, XLs has taken out Kraz.
Yeah, beautiful one shot there from him, picks his teammate up, but it's not going to mean much as Icy and Dispenser take them out very easily, if you like. I think it was just outnumbered, to be honest, here. But B is the only hill in control. 3 players on timers as well. Jerpy needs to do something big here, but the domination is looking like it could come in. No, C has been broken.
Yep, buying enough time, Jerpy, well played. He might not have got a kill, but he certainly allowed Kraz and co to regroup on the home hill. XL still putting in work, though. He does find Giraffe. Kraz responds, and the triple cap will be taken care of for now, but there is a score deficit building for Allegiance.
Yeah, the score could come into play. We didn't see it, obviously, on round number 1. That was a bit of a domination coming in very, very quickly. However, keep your eyes on that top left-hand corner. First to 210, 165 to 117. However, C is the only hill in control of Allegiance at this given time. Demo, Icy, all looking to do some damage. Icy's going to find one. Demo as well, but Gwish answers with one himself. This could be coming in. That timer is ticking. Toby, it's looking bad here for the boys of Allegiance.
They need a triple cap, and you saw Kraz trying to overextend from C to look for something at B. He cannot find anything. Only Demo is going to take him out. And as we build to that 210, this will be an eUnited round. They will draw out that round count. Momo, it was back and forth right until that deciding factor up top.
Allegiance seem to have a bit more fire in the belly here. You know, both the rounds that have gone, I mean, the first, we're not going to talk about it, we all saw it. But that second one, it was by no means a stomping ground. It was by no means them just rolling over and giving them that round. That was a battle here, and that's what we want to see. And even just looking at them, they're talking away, they're leaning forward, they're looking more positive. Could this be, maybe be a surprise? Could we see map 3? I know it's early to say, Toby.
Well, we'll have to wait and see. They're certainly calculated, they're dialed in. The heads aren't sunken. Yeah. That's for certain. They put the first round on the board. That might be the deciding factor in the psychology. In fact, they're going to opt to put the no weapon up top for that area. So I guess they don't want to change things up. They don't want to maybe risk losing a team fight there that could maybe just outbalance them in the future of the round and lead to a triple cap, maybe like a boom shot. That would be too much, certainly, in my eyes. But here we go. Once again, Demo is being the proactive player that eUnited require. No, he's going to roll in and find his death here. Yeah, he walks into a wall of allegiance there. Jerpy, Giraffe, Icy, Dispenser. Trades come out 2-2. The next kill's big, and it's Dispenser who finds that one. That's going to give them a little bit more control here. They should be able to take over the B hill. And now the focus comes on, of course, on the back forward. It's Kraz, a man we're speaking so highly of. He backs off. He's looking to go an alternate route here, using that bolt-up pistol, bouncing left and right. XL says no. Kraz falls to the feet. The battle of the Titans. You saw Kraz had that damage advantage. Look for the up aim. XL says no, shuts him down. He is going to get taken out, though, as Allegiance respond off spawn. And you got to give it to Kraz, right? He played so well in that scenario. He might have been getting angled from up top, not taking much damage, though, due to smart positioning and almost want to fight against XLs there. I'm looking at that, right, and I take a breath, I take a pause there. Soto, amazing. I will say, fantastic, you just picked up a 3-piece. But they just walked into that. It's like walking to a death trap. That was going to end no other way. 4 are down. It's all up to Kraz. You see him backing off. He's going to find one, taking damage. This could be the end of him. He goes down. Toby, this could be very well a triple cap. Icy setting up in that shotgun, one-shot range that he likes. Surely in Legion's body's about to find its way in. But no, they do throw enough bodies at that to say eUnited say to themselves, back off, play it safe, play for the setup. And they have a score lead, right? They have map control. We discussed this before the match started. Icy actually going to hold up very close towards the enemy spawn here. Look at that overhead. A fine line almost perfected there as they are trying to pin them back. The scoreline's getting out of control here, but they've got time. Allegiance, they need to regroup. They need to pick up a few plays, pick up a few kills, in fact, and they need to push the team from what I'm seeing here. They seem to be going maybe single-handedly into gunfights they're not going to win. Jerpy, though, on your screen with a very fluorescent-looking Lancer there. Big fan of that one. Very aesthetically pleasing, but will that lead to a C break? It will be difficult. You see Allegiance setting up towards that top barn area. They know they don't want to go in for a team fight just yet up top, but I say that. You can see the score limit. They've had to change their tactic here, Momo. They do indeed. I'm looking at that timer. It's ticking ever so close. And Guish, you can see he's getting his running boots on, but I think it's a little bit too late. 200 to 123. They've got to go for something big. They've got to neutralize it. The B hill has been taken. The C1 has been uncontested, but all they need is 1.209 to 131. They're going to get C. They're going to get that point, and they're going to get the round. Toby, they went for it. I've got to say, Allegiance, they had a plan. And I thought, what are they doing? What are they doing? Me being the Gears noob that I am. And then it all came to that one moment, but they lost out on that C hill. It was a good try, though. It was a good try. I mean, honestly, I was about to go in on Allegiance for just staying in that top barn area for too long, right? Yeah. We saw using that X-ray vision. We were talking about that weapon skin. Players of Allegiance were just sat back. They weren't really doing much. They were trying to put some shots in up top, but of course, they're just going to take cover. They're going to Lancer back. They're going to hold the double cap. And when the score lead is building, you need to do something in advance rather than be forced to run across the map and look for the triple cap. Allegiance almost got it, perhaps, but maybe eUnited were just playing it a little bit safer, waiting for a regroup to ensure that never happened. Yeah, I mean, with eUnited, the state that they were in, they needed so little points. It was smartly played from them in the end. However, back into the rounds, the score is 2-1 as we go into this one. And again, we're going to see pretty much a 3-2 push, maybe make it a 4. Demo's going to be the first player to walk into this smoke. Let's enable that X-ray vision as we see this. But again, for me, eUnited, they're just outnumbering them. Yeah, for certain. I mean, it's now Allegiance actually trying to be the aggressive players here. They're not able to find a pick, and this is the change the variable thrown into this team fight. The Retro Lancer was placed down. We talk about that spawn weapon a lot in influencing this team battle, and you can see its effect straight away. As the players hold up that Retro with the sword on the end, pretty much bayonet, it slows these players down. They aren't going anywhere anytime soon.
Yeah, and now it's kind of like it's a stalemate. Look at those two players at the bottom. No one wants to push Barn. We're seeing one push. Both here on B. Who's the team that's going to have, you know, the guts to push forward? I don't say that as a critical thing, because sometimes being that defensive team, it can pay off. Give yourselves that advantage.
I mean, right now, Excels, he's trying to use that Boltok, find an angle on Kraz. He's definitely trying to be the most aggressive player in this fight. He knows that the team fight isn't, nothing's really going on there. There's been some crosses as well, actually. Lancer Fire's gone at Kraz's way. He's been forced to move, but is the damage done? He's full red, needing to dodge all these shots. Look at that one shot, but Excel says no despite the left-hand disadvantage. This is the time for eUnited to fly. B Hill might have been lost, but they're going to definitely respond with a C-cap and a trap of B themselves.
That's the key thing, is the trap. Yogurt and Giraffe go down. Icy manages to pick up that, and look, for a second there, all 5 members were down. It's all but done there as B is taken over. They're going to take that one. And my goodness, that was almost a masterclass of how to kind of counter the other team.
I mean, what can you say about that? It was all Excels for me. The team fight might have been stale up top. The Retro doesn't have that much range. So yes, you can go for these proactive, these aggressive plays down bottom, but I have to highlight something in particular. Excels try to push down bottom, knowing that Kraz's back would be to the back, or to the front, I should say, of the enemy of the enemies up top. 4 members. That Retro so powerful. We mentioned the shots going to Kraz. He got damaged so much. He tried to reposition, but of course, Excels, he knows what's going on. He's going to capitalize on that, and he did. And that was the catalyst for what was a fantastic round for eUnited.
Yeah, a couple of kills. They came at the right time. They came together. That was the key thing as well. We're going to have a weapon placement from Kraz. If you were Kraz now, what are your thoughts with that weapon placement?
That's a significant placement. It's a drop shot down bottom. It's in cover from that crossfire we were just discussing from map control, and it's going to force movement. You know, they might not even go. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw no A or C capture here out of both teams. Then they just go straight for the weapon, but instead they will opt for the safer strategy and send many resources down bottom. Screw map control. We're going to go for maybe debatably the second most powerful weapon in the game. Is Giraffe, who picks it up first, but Excels responds, no, my friend, you're going to get taken out.
You saw there, you know, we saw pretty much for the first 4 rounds a 4-1 split, 4 going to B. This time it's all a battle of this weapon. Icy's got it in hand, and he's laying down the law as he takes down Kraz. The drop shot is so effective. You say, you know, the second most powerful. If used correctly, look at this. It's just, he's on to his second. He could be pushing for his third. Icy, we've seen it before. We've seen it again. He's picked up a triple, and my goodness, this is how you change a game. He's not looking to end it right, surely.
Yeah, indeed. Giraffe forced to push here to stop that triple cap, and a drop shot in his way as well. He's going to hurt things immediately. Kraz looking to answer back. He finds Excels, and there's smoke cover, but there's not enough to go on. He has to get in. There's no options. Rolling into the wall is not going to help him. Allegiance trying to flood into this hill right now, but Icy says no. Another kill, another kill. He's always on fire, and surely JP can't do much here either.
Quite ironic that Icy is always on fire, but it's just true. This guy... he's impressed me by all means, but the round, should I say, is not over. They've had a fantastic start. They've made a lot of damage. Cash your rise to the top left. It's 18-9 to just over double figures now. The only way for me that Allegiance can bounce back is a triple cap.
You know, I'd actually look to the drop shot at this point. Look to try and collect that weapon off its new respawn. That might be the catalyst for a triple cap. Certainly be the safest strategy to do that rather than rely on team fights, which have been quite equal debatably as well. eUnited, they're not taking their foot off the gas. They're still getting kills, and if things keep up like this, we might even see a triple here. Yeah,
this is what they need. They need a triple. They need to do some damage, but at the moment, A and C, they're both in the hill, both in control, should I say, of eUnited.
Oh.
Big battle at B. Excel comes out on top, finds Giraffe and Yogurt, and ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be another round on the board for eUnited. 4 back-to-back. They started strong, but they're finishing weak here in the first side of escalation. Allegiance need to change something.
A moment, just setting that score deficit for the enemy, right? That they weren't even in double digits by the time eUnited were almost getting to triple digits themselves, excuse me. Just setting that up, yeah, screw it. Leave the triple cap. We don't want it. And then setting up a round, trying to recover from that. You can't keep trading at that point. You have to make the big plays, and that is extremely difficult when you're up against a pro team with the likes of Icy, Demo, all these fantastic players in the form of eUnited.
Icy has been going off fantastic stuff. Now, we've already got some dangerous weapons on the battlefield here. I believe Incendiaries has just been popped down as well, but 20 seconds is the respawn.
And this is it, right? Drop shot placed down bottom, Incendiaries as well. That team fight up top is pretty much gone at this point. It's all about down bottom, and this team fight overall is going to be important due to that 20-second respawn timer. It's much more like execution, decision destroy for the Call of Duty fans out there too. And it's going to be all about this weapon once again. Giraffe punished though. He tries to pick it up right in the face, and Icy says no, finds the kill. And now with that numbers advantage, eUnited can start to apply the pressure.
I can see those weapons just gleaming on the floor almost. Icy, a man we've spoken so highly of. And you can see why. 14 kills to his name already. And there you go. He's going in. He picks it up. And you know what? He's going to get more kills with the drop shot. He's already done damage with it already. XL has fallen. That's to Kraz for the headshot as well. A and C both under the control of the home hill, but of the home team, should I say.
Well, I appreciate, right, XL's. He had the drop shot, or excuse me, Icy, but he didn't fire it right. He might have lost a teammate, but they're slowing it down. But look at this. The kill feed has just lit up in red. He's now going to be forced to use it, and this is why you need to save it. Save it for the guaranteed shots, and actually, he might have been able to get a kill on the second. The roll did not favor him. He will be dropped, and Giraffe and Allegiance trying to make something happen here on the A hill. Can they break it?
Well, it's kind of a complete role reversal, but they need to get in, they need to break it. XL's going to be the player. He's bouncing left and right. He does break in. It's going to reset that, but is it going to be enough? Chirpy finds two. He falls to Soto, and now it looks, just for a second, as they take a deep breath, like eUnited have held on here. But what a start here. Allegiance, looking good.
Of course, and eUnited have done well to stop that triple cap. They've done it for sure, and the drop shot is now not in the hands of any team. They have time to reset. It's not that much of a score deficit. In stark contrast to the previous round for Allegiance, Squish is actually going to be hanging out here. It just shows like how important this drop shot is, doesn't it, Momo?
Yeah, and for me, Squish is playing the long game here. He's waiting until he sees someone, you know, almost luring them out. It's like the bait almost, you know, come and get the drop shot, because if you do, I'm putting you down. But it's not worked out for him. He's taken fire from left, right, and center. Icy is one, Demo, as well as Soto as well, getting in the action. But now it's all down to, I believe, Squish. He needs to pull something big here.
Oh, Chirpy is staying behind enemy lines. He finds a kill, and it might be enough, actually, if he can find a second. Well played! Look at the movement from Chirpy, putting on a showcase for us right now. But Icy says no, and he keeps saying no as well, and I repeat myself on that note. But really, any opponent that just comes into him, you just guarantee at that point, Icy's just going to win.
Yeah, Icy, you know, he's playing out of his skin right now. He's doing some incredible work. Soto, though, is the man with the drop shot. You know, weapon picks, weapon placements, they change the game. They really do, and that's what I do love about Gears of War, is you can change a game in a matter of one pick. He's not picked up any kills with this drop shot. He's only got one bullet left in the chamber as well. However, keep your eye on the top left, though. We're getting to that 210 mark.
Yeah, and he certainly needed to use that drop shot soon, and he does find a kill out of those 3 shots, and he will find a second on Kraz 2. The triple cap is upon us, folks. Unfortunately, for Allegiance, it just spins around like that. You got to give it to United. Very well played. Set up for that immediate triple cap. But Allegiance, they had a score lead. Play it safer. Don't take those risks. Reposition, and do not allow United to encroach upon you like that.
Yeah, I look at that, and I looked at that lead. I pointed it out because I felt like if they could just hang on, they could take that. You know, they could trade a few kills, push up to B, not necessarily take it, but they would have got the win. They would have with one. But they said no. eUnited, they come out, they make a mark, and they're looking to end it right here. And, you know, they're looking to end it in the same fashion that they did on map 1, Toby.
Yeah, indeed. We're on to second half, right? The E-Hill is down bottom. The team fight will continue to be all about this barn. History is to speak anything of these rounds in store for us. Might not have Allegiance overextending for a weapon at first and be for that, but look who has died. Giraffe, the first man down again. Maybe he needs to reconsider his positioning at this point.
Yeah, and of course with D, E, and F being the hills now of choice, there's no drop shot. There's none of that. We're swapping things over, and now, wow. Kraz, Icy, picking up kills either side, but Icy, he just, for me, I'm not sure if it's a thing in Gears of War, but man of the match goes to him for sure. He's been absolutely phenomenal, Icy has, and impressed me in its bucket loads. But Allegiance, they're not out of it yet. They're close, and I think this round is a must-win. Icy I don't know what to say. I dropped my pen, I dropped my pad. There's nothing that I can say more about this man.
You know, he's done so well this round already. He's got the necessary kills to keep his team ahead. Allegiance, they did win the initial team fight at the start of it, but of course, due to Icy keeping them in the game, has done so well. Yoga has just taken out his teammate, unfortunately, during this fight, and it looks like eUnited will come again with a win in the long-term sense of this battle and look to apply the pressure at the away hill.
Okay, well, Soda picks up one, XL finds another, and again, pushing up. Yogurt falls down, Dispense as well. Everything's coming together. It's like a master plan. How you play Gears of War, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to learn, watch this squad. You might come in with a melee. It's too late, buddy.
You know, at this point, Momo, we got to discuss this factor. Allegiance won the first round. We talked about psychology and motivation. Their heads were up. They were amped.
I was hyped.
We were hyped. We were both hyped. We're still hyped with the plays we're seeing on screen, but the rounds, they've just all been eUnited since that point. Do you think maybe they're down and out at this point, Allegiance?
I do. I look at the scoreline. I think when it even got to kind of 5-1, 4-1, I was like, they're getting a couple of rounds back to back. They're feeling themselves. They're going into this. They're confident. For me, they are just the better team. They're not only outclassing them, but they're outsmarting them.
Yeah,
you know,
I agree.
Where the smarts are coming from, you know, is it the players individually? They've got Burns behind them, coaching them through. You can see there, it might look like a phone, but that is most definitely tactics coming into play.
Yeah,
I'd love to get into the game, though. I think we are underway. Here we go.
Yep, and a weapon was placed down, so we will be finding out what that was. In fact, very quickly, incendiaries are picked up by the home hill players themselves. Demo screaming as he gets that double kill. I know for a fact it's him saying that. Apply the pressure, push, look for the flank, and great bouncing as well. Keeping his distance from this one-shot distance, not risking his life, but making certain that Giraffe falls as quickly as possible.
Okay, well, we skip over to Kraz here, who's backing off. He's trying to find something out of nothing, found the best out of a bad situation, and all he can do is back off. He needs to keep control. He's getting up close and personal with Demo, but whether it comes out the better, I'm not too sure, as Gwish does find one. Kraz finally falls. Demo does win that battle, and now they're looking to dominate. They're putting the pressure on. Demo's getting hyped on main stage. I can feel it going down now. Two do fall. This could be the end.
eUnited not only knocking on the door of the Allegiance spawn, but also trying to break through. Only now is Demo fallen. Can Icy pull the shotgun wonders again off that we've seen so far? He finds one. He is full red. The cross will come in, and Gwish is actually still alive, surprisingly to me. Dispenser will finally find that one, though, and Allegiance still struggling, Momo, to get out of their spawn.
And bear in mind, of course, where each team is spawning. F is so far away from the eUnited squad. However, they're getting more kills. They're getting more picks.
Oh,
however, bit of a turn of events here as three from either side do go down. They should be able to battle out of this one. Jerpy on your screens now. He's trying to just break free from his spawn, because for the last kind of like 2 minutes, they've not been able to do anything. And the lead is getting out of hand, Toby.
I mean, certainly eUnited played aggressively with the setup, looking for the spawn, to keep them in the spawn trap. They've got a bit of a points lead, but they have to be careful now. Allegiance are coming, firing out the gates, looking for kills. Giraffe is taken out by Dispenser. They do trade, but Allegiance will be getting control of this E-hill now. They have the opportunity to come back. Icy has fallen. This is a recipe for disaster for the COG team.
Yeah, credit where credit is due, though. I want to take my hat off to Allegiance for not only battling their way out of that, but tooth and nail. They were on the back foot. They were down and out. They were outnumbered, and they've found something out of nothing. E and F now in their control. Can they put the pressure on? Can they shift it up a gear?
I mean, Allegiance definitely choosing a more passive approach in terms of the setup. They're not in the enemy spawn. They've got the double cap. They want to play it a bit safer, and I appreciate that, right? They might not be up top looking for the map control, but they're trying to play it safe in that regard too and sit back there. Giraffe will find the overextended excels very quickly indeed, but look at the score.
That's the thing. Keep your eye on that scoreline, because we're ever reaching that 210. But look at E as well. E has gone down. It's actually going now in favor of eUnited. They cap this. They should win the game. It's looking good for them. They're already 6-1 up. Demo picks him up for the final one. And ladies and gentlemen, you're close to calling this one out as Giraffe, Yogurt, Kraz, they're all down. They're all out. eUnited, they take it in such fashion. 7 rounds back to back, Toby. My goodness.
My goodness, indeed. Speechless at times. We saw the plays. You said it yourself, and it's a thorough analysis in my opinion. They were outclassed. They were outsmarted. The teamwork was just so much better for eUnited, always building the pace of the game in their regard. I saw some sloppy mistakes as well from eUnited.